Okay. So we also have irregular types of linear programming problems. Okay, similar to the graphical method, we also have multiple optimal solution. But how do you know there is multiple optimal solution in simplex? In graphical, it's quite easy to identify because you will see two vertices having the same value for z, and that value happens to be the highest for maximization and lowest for minimization. But for simplex, only come up with one optimal table. But this particular table will be an indication that there is multiple optimal solution if you see. Okay, guys, let's examine this table. So as you can see, all the entries in the last rows are already zeros and negative. So this means that this table is already optimal. Okay, now this table is already optimal, but as you can see, the basic variables in this table are S1 and X1. Okay, so dito sa last table natin, the CJ minus ZJ value of a non-basic optimal table is 0. Ibig sabihin, di ba we have 0 entry in the last row for X1. Okay yon because it's a basic variable. We have 0 entry in the last row for S1. Okay lang din yon because S1 is also a basic variable. But X2 also has a 0 entry in the last row. And X2 is not a basic variable. So if it happens, then we know that there is multiple optimal solution. How will you know, how will you come up with the other alternative solution? The solution here is X1 equals 30. If it's a maximization problem, then maximization siya kasi C minus Z, di ba? So the maximum Z is 1,200. So ano pa yung alternative solution niyan? Magsosolve ka ng isa pang table. You will choose X2 as the entering basic variable. Okay? Choose mo yung X2 as the entering basic variable. And as expected, the leading variable here will be S1. Okay? So whatever table you will come up next is the alternative solution. Expect that because this is 0, nothing will happen to your C's of J. It will still be 1,200. But this time, it will not be S1 and X1 in the final solution, but it will be X2 and X1. Ulit, paano nalaman that there is multiple optimal solution? A non-basic variable, so wala siya sa basic variable, has a 0 coefficient in the last row. Okay? Kuha nyo, guys. So, multiple optimal solution yun. Ito yun. Yan yung nangyari. So, 1, 2 pa rin. So, sinolve yan. Paano nga ito sinolve? If yung ating entering variable x2, 10 divided by 5/4, 30 divided by 3/4. So, of course, the lower quotient will be for S1. So, siya yung leading variable. So, nung sinolve, lumabas yung Z, 1, 2 pa rin. But the solution is now x1 equals 24, x2 equals 8. So, this is the alternative solution. Okay? So, yon. Then we also have an infeasible problem. So for graphical, it's quite easy to identify that the problem do not have any solution. Pero kapag sa simplex, paano mo malalaman na ano siya, na infeasible, that there is no solution. So dun sa final table mo, lahat na negative. Don't look at the M's, guys, kasi I made it simple. Instead of using M, I just assigned 10. For maximization and power of 10 for minimization. Para walang mga kasi otherwise, this is how your table will look. Kaya guys, nag-introduce ako ng mga 10-10 doon sa ating solution. Tingnan nyo guys, para kayo may algebra, di ba? So kaya hindi ko na ginawang 10 yan. Ginawa ko ng power of 10. Well, anyway, so ang lalabas, itong last row mo are already zeros and negative. But you still see artificial variable in the basic variable. Hindi pwede kasing magkaroon ng artificial variable sa final simplex table. If you see an artificial variable in the final table, it's an indication that the problem has no solution. So lagay mo kaagad, no solution. So kailan yon? If you still see artificial variable in the final simplex table. Okay? Unbounded. So in an unbounded problem, the objective function can increase indefinitely because the solution space is not closed. So paano mo malalaman yan? Kapag dito naman sa simplex table. Pag dito sa simplex table, so as you can see, the highest entry in the last row is S1. Diba? Kasi 0, 2, 4, 0. Maximization siya. Kasi C minus Z. Because if it's minimization, it's going to be Z minus C. So the highest is 4. So i-enter mo, iikutan mo yung yung 4, di ba? Pero wala ka namang mapili na leading variable. Kasi hindi pwede yung -1, hindi pwede yung 0. So it means it's an unbounded problem. So no solution ka rin. Lagay mo lang unbounded kasi may mga siya. Wala kang mapili na pivot row. Walang leading variable. You have an entering variable but there is no leading variable. Okay? So other special cases, a type for the pivot column. So ibig sabihin, yung nag-test ratio ka, yung lowest quotient mo, 2. So kunyari, ang naging result, 3, 2, 2, 2. So kahit na alin doon, pwede. Okay? So yun. So negative quantity values, so wag nyo nang intindihin to. So ito lang, yung sa pivot column. Okay? Question, guys?